Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of classic JRPGs, then you're probably familiar with Final Fantasy, the game that helped define the genre and save a company. But today, we are going to be talking about the Pixel Remaster of the original Final Fantasy and whether it's still worth playing in 2025. So, is it worth your time? Let's find out. First, a little bit of history for those who might be new to the series. And if you're new to the series, I would recommend not starting with Final Fantasy, the original. Just my thoughts. Anyway, Final Fantasy was originally released in 1987 in Japan and was a launch title for the Nintendo Entertainment System, aka the NES. It's a game that changed RPGs forever, with turn-based combat, a fantasy world full of magic, and a memorable story about four warriors of light saving the world from the forces of darkness. Since then, Final Fantasy has evolved into one of the most iconic video game franchises in history, with multiple sequels, spin-offs, and even movies. But what about the original game? Does it still hold up today? Enter the Pixel Remaster, which launched in 2021. This version is a complete overhaul of the original game, keeping the classic pixel art style but with updated visuals, smoother animations, and a more polished user interface. The remaster was crafted with modern hardware in mind, making it easy to play on PC, mobile, and even modern consoles. They have done multiple remakes of Final Fantasy, but this one could be the best one yet. The art style is a huge improvement, with beautifully redrawn characters and monsters that still retain that nostalgic charm but look far crisper. The soundtrack, completely remastered sound, giving those iconic tunes a whole new life. Plus the gameplay has been tweaked for better balance and quality of life improvements, like adding an auto battle feature and a more streamlined menu system. Plus, let's not forget the 4XP and guild boost. So, the big question, should you play Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster in 2025? Well, if you're a fan of retro RPGs, or just JRPGs, or you're just a fan of Final Fantasy games, then this game is absolutely worth your time. The remaster is a great way to experience the roots of one of the greatest franchises in gaming, with updated visuals and sounds that make the game feel fresh without losing what made it so special in the first place. Now, again, with that said, if you've never played the original Final Fantasy before, you might find some aspects of this game a bit old-fashioned. The combat is turn-based, which is great for fans of classic JRPGs. It may feel slow or outdated if you're used to the fast-paced action of modern games. So, who exactly is this game for in 2025? Well, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, obviously you need to play this, because this will show you where it started and how we've grown over time. The Pixel Remastered is a must play for y'all. It's a great introduction to the franchise history, and you get to experience the original story that started it all. But if you're not a fan of retro RPGs or turn-based combat, this might not be the right fit for you. For newer players who are used to the modern Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake or even Final Fantasy 16, the original slower pace and simplicity might feel a bit jarring. But for those who appreciate the roots of the genre, it's a trip down memory lane that's well worth taking. To wrap it up, Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster is a beautiful update to a timeless classic. It may not be perfect for everyone, especially if you're used to the more action-oriented RPGs of today. But if you want to dive into the origins of Final Fantasy, it's an excellent way to experience the legendary game. So if you are wondering whether you should play Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster in 2025, my opinion is yes, you should. If you're a fan of RPGs or JRPGs or Final Fantasy games, It's a fun, nostalgic, and improved version of a title that shaped the future of the genre and saved the company. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you've played Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster and what your thoughts are on the game. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time, and happy gaming!